Hi everyone, welcome to Soul Path Guided Tarot. This is our weekly yes or no pick a card. We'll of course ask why or why not. Spirit always gives us some additional insight as well as guidance. To those of you who also watch my other pick a cards, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And to everyone who has been here before, my subscribers, all the personal reading requests, thank you, thank you, thank you. I very much appreciate you. All right, so today we're going to get started. As always, we have 6 choices in our yes or no pick a card. So let's see what we have for you today. Your first one is this image of this door. These were shuffled for, so we'll see what they say on the back. This is pile 2. Pile 3, doors within doors. Pile 4. This is pile 5. And this is pile 6. All right, so let's everyone just take a moment, take a really nice deep cleansing breath and slowly let it release. And try and disconnect from anything that might be hanging around in your awareness that's troubling, that's concerning, and just sink in and see what Spirit has to say today. All right, if you're drawn to more than one pile, they will definitely give you a message from both. All right, we'll get started. All right, pile 1, this is your choice. This is your door with Buddha. All right, so we will take a look at that towards the end. So we're going to start this yes or no with tarot and take what flips out. And we'll get started and follow up with some oracle afterwards. All right, so your first card out is the Magician. Your second card that flipped out is the 8 of Swords. Your third card out is the 10 of Wands. You've got 2 here. The High Priestess, and the Death card. So when we look at the individual cards, obviously the Magician is the card of you having within you or access to or the ability to bring into your field, your awareness, things that can change a situation, things that can help you manifest something, okay? Things that can change your reality. And a lot of times we struggle with believing in that for a variety of reasons. Past experiences, the way our life has, turned out. We might be going through a rough patch, but that's what this represents. The 8 of Swords is the card of you feel trapped, you feel stuck, you don't see a way out, you feel confined, you feel boxed in, you don't feel like you have an opportunity to make a change, all right? The 10 of Wands shows that you've had a lot of experiences over and over again where, you're kind of at the bottom of the pile, right? Life becomes a burden. It's almost expected. Things just go that way. Sometimes we say, that's just my luck, or that's my lot in life, or that's always how it turns out for me, okay? So we start to absorb, we start to almost expect things to be difficult, daunting, burdensome, troublesome, and a bit of a struggle. Then we've got the High Priestess here, and that card always represents our ability and our need, our fundamental need to connect to our higher self, to our intuition. It's a card that, has a very big connection to the moon, which always represents our emotions that we're in touch with, emotions that are buried, that, are screaming to get out, either by causing, emotional discord, even, physical problems, right? These are trapped emotions. It's about our fears, but it's about how if we connect with our higher self and our intuition, we can really start to kind of quiet all of that and see the reality versus the illusion that we start to think as this is the only thing that's available. It keeps me stuck. It keeps me in this situation where I can't get out. And then you've got the Scorpio card, the Death card, which is an amazing card of changing your circumstance, transforming from what's been to what can be, accessing, realizing the full potential of yourself or something, making changes inherently within you to make your outcome better. So for you, group one, what I'm seeing is that there has been a period of time and a number of circumstances where you're starting to lack faith. You're starting to not trust. You're starting to think that there's no way out. You're thinking that this is the only way my life's going to be. It always turns out this way. And that can be like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's one of those things that, continues and continues and continues. And it's really hard to find our way out. But what Spirit is saying is that at this time, with the extended and extreme changes in energy and light codes, which are actually very positive, but that doesn't mean it's not challenging, okay? Very positive. We can connect in with our higher self, which is always trying to open that line of communication so we can really kind of check in, see what the reality really is, how we can alchemize things and transform our situation with all the abilities that we have within us. Because the magician is, the saying is, as above, so below. As within, so without, meaning that everywhere we look in the four directions, and when we look within, we can actually find our way out as long as we start to release this energy. All right. So for some of you, that can be things that have to do with struggles that you're having with your career and your finances. For some of you, it's relationship struggles, not being able to find someone that you can build a life with or have just a happy and positive, balanced relationship. For many of you, you've had this great change, this awakening, this push to move towards something different, better. You're not even sure what that is, but there's a real need for change here. All right. So don't be surprised if for some of you, you have some kind of, a little bit of like the rug being pulled out from underneath you. And it's almost like a push from the universe, from Spirit saying, we need to get you out of this. There's so much potential for you, and there's so much potential change for you. That's very positive, right? These are very, very positive, powerful major arcana. All right. This is all these first 7 cards in the major arcana. Those are the ones that talk about how do we alchemize things, right? How do we change? Okay. And look what flips out. We have loss. So there has been loss for some of you. And you might feel like, you're always in that situation where people leave you. Opportunities are just outside of your grasp. You can't seem to get to where you need to go. You can't seem to get the help you need. You can't seem to, make strides and make changes. But Spirit is saying that that's that kind of limiting belief that keeps us stuck here. And while the experiences that we have are so real and they're so palatable that we can feel it and taste it, and feel the energy from that, there is a way for us when we connect with our higher self and this energy of the magician, which is the energy of Mercury, right? How do we communicate to ourselves and the universe? Because that's potent, that's powerful. And the other card you have is your higher self. And we talked at length about that because you have the High Priestess here. Now, for this group, we have 2, 2, 2. That is the need to balance. That is the need to restore harmony. That is the need to see yourself as the creator, the builder, the one who can manifest, okay? But all of that comes through connecting within. So, a lot of people don't like to meditate, but that would be incredibly helpful. Connecting to nature is incredibly helpful. Find something in the indigenous cultures that you can relate to, whether it be, anywhere, any continent, but find something that you can relate to, an ancient way of connecting. And if that resonates with you, do that practice. Learn about that. That will help you get grounded. That will help you get connected to your higher self in a way that's different than basic meditation or some other things that you may have tried. All right, let's see what else we have. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else for group 1? So we have garden, number 20. So here's another number 2. This 20 reduces to 2. This is about what you can grow, what you can plant, what you can see, what you can create. All right. This is a very, very powerful message here for you, group 1, about your ability to change your circumstances, to get what it is that you want, to identify the things that you need to do to get to where you want to be, to grow something. This makes me think of the Empress energy, you know, that energy of continually growing, transforming, expanding, building upon, and connecting with all the things that you desire in your life that will give you a lot of happiness, right? A lot of sense of fitting in and feeling good in your own skin and just being happy. All right, angels, spirits, and guides. What else do we have, please? All right, and then we have first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. So you may have some Libra placement. Scorpio, this always makes me think Pisces, Cancer because of the moon connection. We've got our fire energy here, Aries, Leo, Sag. And then, of course, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, this is air energy. So keep your heart open. When we've gone through things that are very difficult, we kind of pull our energy back. It's like a flower that closes. So like a tulip at night will close. And then when the sun comes out, they open to absorb as much of the sun's energy and rays as possible, right? So when we've gone through something really challenging, we kind of tend to close ourselves off a little bit. Completely normal. We all do it. But part of releasing this energy and freeing yourself from that is to open your heart, to trust a little bit, which is not easy. I'm so aware of that. It's definitely not easy, but it's something that we can all work towards, all right? Okay, angels, spirits, and guides. What else do we have? Because you have so much here that talks about potential and your ability to change your circumstance, especially when you have these cards here. This major arcana are very powerful. Yeah, look, and then you have, oh, look, and it's tulips, and I just mentioned tulips. That's so cool. Invention, creativity guides. So for some of you, this is an opportunity to really create. And guess what? We talked about all these number twos being about balance and about creating and about building and about invention and investing in yourself. So for some of you, and we have a lot of flowers around here too, and which is all about growth, right? In the Northern Hemisphere, it's springtime. We get excited about, cleaning things up, changing things out, getting ready for the new weather, getting ready for the new growth, the things to grow, for the gardens to bloom. So for some of you, this is that opportunity. We have tulips a lot here. You may really love tulips too. But for some of you, this is about see the opportunity to start anew, to start fresh with maybe just an outlook, a hope and a dream, faith, or a new project, or a new relationship, or a new job, okay? And look what's at the bottom of the deck. You cannot make this up. Solitude, higher self. This is the need for you to connect. The message is so strong here for you. And for some of you, it's going to be about building your self-esteem, okay? But your higher self is coming through. That higher dimensional you, that multi-dimensional you is coming through in a very, very good, big way. All right, and this is your card. And this is, I make a positive difference in the world, even with my smile and words. All right, so for some of you, you're feeling pretty down. For some of you are feeling pretty not relevant, not important. And please know that we all, every single one of us, no matter who we are, where we come from, what we do, we all make a difference. And kind words and a smile, especially in the energy of the world in which we live today, can make a huge difference. And that sends out an energy flow that comes back to you, okay? So there's a beautiful exchange in the universe with that. All right, and here's your card. Let's see what this one says. Offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. Pass this card on. It's exactly what this card is about. That's amazing. So for some of you, I know I'm hearing someone say, I do all that, I don't get that back. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes we give a lot more. But remember, we talked about balance here too. Don't overextend yourself to people who aren't willing to give back to you. You know, there was always a phrase I heard when I was younger, you can't get blood from a stone. Let's not try and get something from someone that isn't able or willing to give to us. Let's not try and get something from something that we know its time has come and gone. Let's take all of the flowers that are here, the indication of new, of difference, of making a difference in our life in an abundant way, and seeing more good things come around to us, more things that make us feel abundant in our life. And we see that the heart is listed here, and we talk about, keeping that heart open. So keep that in mind. The more we offer an energy, the more we get back, okay? All right, so for you, group one, this is a yes. You have a really strong major arcana. You have a deep connection with the higher self. You have all these cards about expanding, growing, creating, and building, and a beautiful card at the end. So this is a yes, all right? So if something resonates, please like or subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Pile 2. This is your choice. Really interesting architecture on this door. It's really beautiful. It looks very heavy to open. All right, so we will look at this at the end. I did just randomly shuffle for that. All right, so we're going to start with some tarot, and then we will go to Oracle, and I take what flips for those of you who are new. So the Empress, the Two of Cups, the Chariot. Okay, the major arcana are coming out big time today. All right, let's get you one more card. What else, Spirit? Seven of Wands and the Fool. All right, so the Empress is that Venus energy, beautiful energy about opportunities, about growth, motherhood, expansion, creation, abundance. It's all the things that we desire, and we watch it grow and flourish with time, attention, and energy. The Two of Cups, this is the card of that sacred union relationship, someone who you can really create something with that's beautiful, that's nourishing, that's abundant in its love and its support, all those beautiful things in a relationship. It's also the card of what you put out to the universe comes back to you and reflects to you. So you see that they're, twins here, right? They're connected. And that's much how the universe works, right? Everything is connected. Everything is one. So the more energy that we put into what we think about is pretty much what we bring about, okay? So that's your water energy. So maybe your Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then here is Cancer energy with this major arcana of the Chariot. This is about being able to see where you've been, recognizing its place in your life. Were the people, was the situation, was it something you needed to learn? Did you overcome a challenge? Did you supersede something that seemed insurmountable? This is fourth house, so, have you been able to move on and move into a home? Have you been able to lay down roots? Is that what you're aiming for? It can be about, building something, overcoming something difficult, moving on to your next challenge, moving on to something that's more grounded, okay? This is Seven of Wands. This is that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, about really kind of having to have your guard up, right? Kind of feeling like it's you having to fight your way through or push your way through. It's about having to defend yourself. It's about feeling kind of isolated or alone. It's about feeling like you have to be on guard, okay? Because you've been hurt, you've been screwed over, things have been challenging. So this is someone who's been scorned a little bit. And then of course we have the Fool energy, which is brought to us by Uranus, that really powerful planet. This has a lot to do about, there's a need to change something. There's something that's going to be uprooted. There's something that needs to be reshapen. Okay. Something has to be different. Something has to be left behind so that there's space and energy in your heart, in your mind, in your soul for that next thing. All right. And look at what's interesting is you've got these two cards at the end of this spread. So for some of you, this is about finally moving on from relationships that were really detrimental to your overall well-being, your heart, your family. For some of you, it's you've had a child and that relationship was very dysfunctional. For some of you, you have found that you've been in a situation where you live that doesn't support the energy that you have to create and to be positive and to move into something beautiful. For some of you, this is being in dead-end jobs, not getting anywhere, and moving into something better. And then, of course, for some of you, this is about finding that unbelievably beautiful relationship, and you build a family with that person via traditional ways or untraditional ways. It really doesn't matter, but it's about building a life with someone. It's about starting and trusting that what has been is it's gone, it's over. We only see, this beautiful flower here. We don't look to see this terrible alligator. We only see all the beauty and the potential and the growth. And that's what we have with the Empress. And that's what this chariot is moving on to. So moving away from things that have been difficult, challenging, kept you stuck, limited you, made you feel less about yourself, not believing that you could have something amazing in this lifetime, with the circumstances that have been presented to you in your life so far. So big changes and positive growth, moving into something beautiful, moving into something that grows, that continues to carry on, just a beautiful energy. Right, angel spirits and guides, what else? Yeah, and why? Because you're deserving of it, absolutely. And you're starting to see, when we move out of this energy and we take on the energy of the Fool, like, okay, I learned something from that. It was very disruptive in my life. It was really difficult. It was very challenging. It caused me a lot of pain, whatever that was. But I realized that I need to make a move, step away, start over, okay? I trust that the universe is going to bring me what it is that I need. I have the ability to create an amazing life, to have abundance in my life, to have a family, to have a connection, to have beautiful things in my life. And I'm leaving behind anything that doesn't support that because I deserve that, okay? And then the second card that came out with that is planning and action. And look at the yellow here, right? That's that solar plexus being worthwhile, being deserving, okay? It's your turn. It's not a time to suffer. It's not a time to stay in something that is detrimental. It's a time to move forward towards something. So you have a lot of forward momentum with these cards, which is really beautiful. Maybe new friends, maybe new coworkers, maybe a new relationship, maybe a new partner in a business adventure. But this is new opportunity to create something amazing, okay? What else do we have? Angel spirits and guides, what else? You have the stars, number 16. So this is about you reaching for the stars, seeing beyond your current immediate area, right? Sometimes it's metaphorical, but truly if you can get out at night and just stare at the stars, if you can get out and just look up at the clouds and just let this energy kind of leave your mind for a while and see the potential and connect with the universe, we start to get intuitive hits. We start to see potential. We start to breathe. We start to breathe deep, right? We start to kind of bring things into focus, like what's really important, and let things go and get reconnected. And the other card you have is number 33, key. This is spirit saying you have the key to create all of this. So here's 333, master number 333, very positive number about manifesting, changing your circumstances, identifying opportunities. You deserve it. You're going to plan for it, and you're going to be ready to take action. And this point is going to bring you into something really positive, okay? Beautiful momentum for you. Angel spirits and guides. What else do we have for group 2, please? And then we have full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. When we've been through situations where we feel like we're in this 7 of Wands all the time, we feel like we're looking through a narrow tunnel and that's all we see. And we don't look up to see the stars, and we don't think we have the key to unlock something new in our potential. But here is Spirit with all these beautiful cards saying that's exactly what you have. And then last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. So you're deserving. Part of that is self-love, loving self enough to know you deserve better, you deserve more. It's time for you to no longer tolerate any circumstance or any person that doesn't see that as well, right? So take some time for self-love. We cannot bring in that soul deep connection, right? That divine counterpart without loving ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, we bring in wounded people who continue to wound us. All right, and then we have deceit, guardian angels. So this flips out as I'm saying the last thing about the wounded love. So some of you have really been deceived, and that's that 7 of Wands energy here. So seeing the big picture, moving on, planning for something better, knowing that you deserve it. All these positive cards about moving into something really beautiful. And then you have imagination, inner child. So for some of you, there's long, old wounds that have been there long term, right? And our inner child takes that information and it stores it within our energy centers. What happens with that? Well, we start to limit ourselves. We start to think about ourselves in ways that aren't very empowering or deserving or rewarding. We start to accept behavior from other people that is less than acceptable. All right. So that inner child work that's necessary, you know, if you really want to dig into the inner child, go for it. It's very healing. If that's a painful thing to do, for me, it was pretty darn painful. I just did a little bit at a time, but one thing that's really helpful is if you can take some time quietly to kind of envision you as the adult taking you, the child, by the hand and saying all those things to that you, that little you, that you needed to hear then to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel secure. It really does help a lot. I mean, it's pretty cathartic, to be honest. All right, so let's see, what else do we have? All right, and here's your card. Everything happens according to divine timing for best results. Yeah, so for some of you, you know, like I said, this is Northern Hemisphere, it's springtime. This is the time for you to start to kind of capture those moments and that energy to plan and act on what you want, what you're moving towards. And that might be just the way you think about things, the way you think about relationships, or your ability to create, or your ability to be successful, or your ability to create abundance, or your ability to start over. Okay, but it's time to kind of connect with that. All right, so here's your card. Let's see what this one says. Deeper, you are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is yet to come. Hold on, hold on. Amazing. This is a perfect card for you. So this is definitely a yes for you group too. The energy is very specific here about moving towards what's next and just believing that you're deserving enough, and perhaps, you know, working on some inner child things to help you let go of aspects of that pain, okay, that can help you step forward. And it doesn't matter if you're trying to buy a house, get a job, meet some new friends, move to a new place. You have to feel good about yourself and love yourself, right? To see that you're deserving of that. And then that kind of energy opens up in the universe for those things to happen for you, okay? All right, so again, this is a yes. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, everybody. This is your choice. This is your door for you, pile 3. Doorways to a door. So some of you may feel like you've had to go through a lot to get to where you're trying to go. Some of you might feel like it's a never-ending tunnel and everything's beyond your reach. Or some of you may feel like this is something you're close to and you're just within reach of actually achieving or receiving it. All right, so we have 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 9. Whatever you've been through, you're towards an end of a cycle. This is worry, anxiety, sleepless nights, constantly meditating over and over, same kind of thing in your head, you know, looking at it like, as they say, 10 ways to Sunday, trying to figure something out, not having a clear picture of what that looks like. 9 of Wands, having gone through so much that, you know, it's taken its toll. It's like every little failed relationship, you know, takes a piece of you. Every failed endeavor takes a piece of you. Every person that wounds you takes a piece of you. So this is energy that's pretty darn tough, but it's also energy that's coming to an end, because that's what happens when we see 9s. It's the ending of a cycle. King of Swords, so this is that air energy. And again, this is air energy, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and then Aries, Leo, Sag. But King of Swords energy is, you know, reaching a level where things become very clear. There's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of understanding. There's a lot of growth that's taken place. You get to this place because you've overcome and you've ended cycles that have been difficult, draining, challenging. You start to get a little bit more analytical, metaphorical, and you put things in place, you strategize, you plan, okay? You write lists, that sort of thing, because you've learned from these scenarios that there's some real discernment needed. But from that, there's a great sense of understanding and, like I said, clarity. Okay, so moving into a more empowered position, right, where you're not manipulated emotionally or mentally, maybe like people have done before. Let's see what else. All right. And then we have the Three of Wands. This is your fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, about waiting for something to come in, waiting for something to change, seeing that there's something beyond the horizon, seeing that at the end of all these challenges and difficult doorways that you've had to walk through, there's that door that holds what it is that you want. So incredible synchronicity from Spirit on the image and these cards. And again, I just shuffle for them, and whatever flips out is what I take. And then Knight of Swords. This is new, enthusiastic, opportunistic energy of new information coming in, of new opportunities, new thoughts coming into your awareness, those of empowerment, those of possibilities, those of creation. So what I love is the way your cards flow, the trajectory of your cards, wrapping up emotionally, mentally, physically, difficult things, standing in your power, moving forward, kind of taking on that, I'm not going to let things happen to me. I'm going to be more in the driver's seat. I'm going to make things happen. And this is, I'm seeing it coming to fruition. I'm getting what I want. I'm seeing it. It's just beyond. And here it is the information is coming at me quickly, but it's going to be something that helps me to increase my overall well-being, my abundance, my happiness, my recovery, right? My healing. And the bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands. And this is Spirit coming in and saying, Spirit and the universe coming in and saying, we're here to meet you. We're here to help you. This is going to shift and change. You're done with this. Okay. This has been very difficult. So what I love about the nines is what comes after that is tens. And what is 10? 10 is a one about a new beginning. And then as I say that, look what flips out. Spirit, number one, the vast universe. Yeah, the universe is so full of opportunity and potential. And when we have struggled, when we have suffered, it is so difficult to see that and to believe that. It is so difficult to not give up, all right? But that's when the human spirit, that's when we have to kind of really dig in the most and find that energy that's within us to keep pushing forward and to keep going. Because when we have these experiences, if we can take the things that we could have learned from this and the things that in one way or another maybe was a tool for the future or something that helped us shape the way we look at things going forward, is in this King of Swords empowered view, then we connect in a different way to the universe, and that's when we can create a different reality here in the 3D. Okay, so very opportunistic, potential, positive cards here after some real difficulty. All right, what do we have, Spirit? And we have Clover, number 2. So restoring balance, right? Believing that your luck is changing after these nines, moving into new energy, a new direction, really feeling, this is feeling lucky, right? We find a 4-leaf clover, and in many cultures we think, oh, our luck's going to change. Sometimes we save those. When we were kids, we'd press them in a book, and sometimes, some of us still do that. But this is taking a moment to reflect on what's happened, not to carry that with you, but to say, okay, what can I learn from that? What can I take from that? What do I need to leave from my life? What do I need to carve out from my life and put aside so that I can step into this new phase? And you have this clock here, right, which is showing that over time things are going to change. Your luck is changing. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else? There we go. New moon in Aquarius, open to change. Amazing. So lots of air energy coming through on this reading, but it's exactly what we've been talking about. Lots of change and being open to that, right? Trusting that that vast universe is here for us. This is a one. This is a one. It's a lot about new beginnings, right? We talked about the new beginnings come after the nines, come the tens, the new beginnings. All right. And then we have Judgment, the higher self. So for some of you, when that higher self comes in with judgment, it's either Are you judging yourself fairly? Are you judging others fairly? Do you need to see things differently? We have the number 46 here, which is yet another number 10. You see how this card has this magnifying glass, right? How do we see our life? How do we see our relationships? How do we see the situation we're in? Are we seeing it from our higher self's perspective, right? That intuitive, connected to the higher realm self that is in each and every one of us? Or are we kind of getting mired down and looking, under a microscope for all the flaws within us or within others versus saying, you know what, I'm going to kind of leave that behind. There's some healing that needs to take place there. Taking a deep breath, connecting to that higher self and moving towards that new phase, okay? Because again, that's the number 10, which is a 1. And then you have higher self truth. So the higher self comes in twice here. So when we have cards like this that are pretty heavy energy, Spirit always urges us. When you channel the different beings, they always talk to you about connecting to your higher self. And that is where we start to see the potential within the universe to change our life, okay? To being open to change our luck. So for this group, it's going to be really important for you to connect in with your intuition and your higher self to guide you, to help you move through this energy, all right? To set yourself up to create a different outcome, one where you can see that your luck has changed because you're opening up to new energy, to the new you, and to new potential. All right, what else? Here's your card. I soothe away anxiety and stress by choosing to do things that help relax me. Yeah, for people in this group, those of you who can relate to this 9 of Swords and 9 of Wands, it's going to be really important for you to relax, to breathe. Breathing exercises would be amazing. Yoga would be amazing. Long walks somewhere near water, anything like that where you can just breathe deep into your belly, deep into your cells, because when we're in this kind of energy, our bodies are physically contracted, and that actually has a detrimental effect not only on us emotionally, but on our physical body as well, okay? Final card. Passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Amazing. Just amazing. Definite transformation for you. So for you at this time, this is a no. Okay, so this is a no for you, group 3. If you wanted a yes, you do see what you can do to move into the yes, to move into the potential, the change, the opportunities, right? There's just some things that you need to do to kind of work intuitively on yourself a little bit, right? And there'll be shifts and changes in consciousness, which truly does change the outcome of your relationship with the universe, okay? If something resonated or you like some aspect, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Pal 4, this is your choice. All right, I shuffled for these, so we'll see what they say when we're done here. So we're gonna start with tarot. We'll take what clicks out. All right, so first card out, 10 of Swords. This is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Knight of Pentacles, this is your Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Earth energy. The Devil, Capricorn energy twice. The Hangman, represented by Neptune. And what else? 7 of Cups. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. All right, so the 10 of Swords is a really heavy energy where there's been a lot going on in your mind, or there's been a lot of things that have affected your way of thinking about yourself, your potential, your life, what opportunities are before you. Just your overall disposition is one where there's been a lot of negativity and a lot of difficulty, and that's really taken its toll. And sometimes we start to absorb that energy. It's pretty dense, heavy energy. But the beautiful thing is when we see 10s, that means, we're done with something and we're starting something new, right? We're completing all of that. It's no longer going to be part of our everyday life. And then we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is that divine feminine earth energy coming through, where the changes are coming. the things to improve life, the things that will make things transition and alchemize from one thing of challenge to one thing of opportunity, or a space of challenge to a place of peace. That is moving towards you. This is not always the fastest change in energy, but it's tried and true. Okay. Then we have Capricorn energy, and this is really heavy energy that often is represented by like limitations, conditioning. So maybe we've been conditioned to think we couldn't possibly do this, or we can't get out of this situation, or we can't have a better life, or we can't have the kind of relationship we want, or we can't, up level to a type of job, or because we don't have this kind of training, or we don't have this kind of education. It's energy that is it's like total polar opposite, the extremes of duality. Okay. So this is energy that weighs heavy, and that's where we've got this 10 of Swords here. Okay. This is affecting this energy that you are feeling. And what we have here is the Hangman. This is Neptune energy. So this means that it is a message from Spirit saying it is time to peel back the layers and to really see what's going on, to change your perspective based on the way life has been for you, or a certain circumstance or a situation, and see it in another light, or see a different opportunity or situation or a person or circumstance or just yourself in a different light. Okay. Because right now this leaves you in the 7 of Cups energy. This is that water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, of confusion, of uncertainty. I don't know which way to go. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to choose. I don't know who to choose. I don't know what's right for me. I don't know what I'll be good at. I don't know what I'll succeed at. I don't know what to do for my family. Okay. So this energy here disrupts everything. But what Spirit is saying is it's had its toll on you. It's time to make a change. The universe comes in to help you see things differently, with a strong message of the Hangman, where our perspective needs to change, sometimes with some deep reflection, sometimes with conversation, sometimes with some professional help and support. But we start to make changes and see things clearly, and then our universe starts to change. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have, please? All right. And you have intuition and manifestation. This is, under Spirit, this is all about your connection with the universe, your connection with your higher self, your connection with the divine, the cosmos, whatever it is that you connect with. And they're saying to get out of this energy and to leave it behind. Connect with your intuition and you can manifest. That's how we change. We get direct hits in the ring in my left ear. You get, sometimes we get these random ideas or hear these things and we kind of negate them or just don't pay attention. That's an intuitive hit. That's the universe and your guides trying to guide you and help you. That's information that you're getting downloaded. And the other card that flipped out at the same time is, again, the card of Spirit. So you have Spirit twice here. And then you have the healing light. So a lot of healing taking place here, a lot of additional healing needed. You are on the path of healing. Once we move into this Hangman energy, we move into that healing light. We move into that recovery. We move into that seeing things different perspective. Just a change in perspective can be healing, right? It can be something that helps us to release a lot of that heavy energy. So strong message from Spirit about your guides, the divine, the angels, your cosmic beings, for you starseeds, your ancestors coming in. This is strong message, Spirit coming in to help and assist. Yeah, and as I say that, you get clouds, number 6, clearing and seeing through the fog, right? Seeing through, like you have this old perfume bottle with it, they had these balls that you would, just press and squeeze, and the perfume would come out and a lot of air would come out, or you could clear a room with that. And it's metaphoric for clearing away the limitations and the lies and the toxicity, the illusions and the distortions that we take on that are not ours, that are never supposed to be part of our plan, our journey, our path, and our destiny. So how do we do that? We connect with the heart. Number 6 means the heart. Connect with the heart. Does it really resonate? If we connect with our intuition and our heart, we will see how there's so much that's not ours that we take on and believe is our own. And when we connect in with our intuition and kind of clear away those smoke and mirrors, the healing comes in and we create an opportunity to manifest, right? And that's when things really change for us. So that pentacle energy, we always think of the material things that we can buy and the money we'll have and that sort of thing. But it really is about anything that we are concerned with every day. Okay, so maybe it's our health, maybe it's our family, maybe it's a job, maybe it's money, maybe it's, you know, a relationship. It's all those amazing things that, you know, can be great in our lives or really challenging. And then you have new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. So you get the healing light, intuition, spirit, clouds, go deeper. So that is another clear message from spirit that if you go deeper, you'll reveal what needs to be seen, all right? And you'll be able to think it through, and you'll be able to clear your mind and be proud of yourself for the plan that you're making going forward. Honor yourself, honor your decisions, honor your feelings, connect with, attune to the universe, attune to your guides. Take a deep breath and move forward, okay? All right, let's see what else we have. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else? Ooh, that immediately flew out. Purpose, master teacher. Okay, so this is 38. This is 11. So this is for some of you, you know, maybe you're going to be a teacher. Maybe you'll figure out what your purpose is. Maybe you'll just find a path that's right for you. 38 is about, you know, your soul's path, right? So maybe you'll finally be on a path, one that leads to happiness, that leads to success, that leads to creativity, that leads to peace, to a greater spiritual connection, a greater purpose in life. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy and grand. It can just be living your authentic life, living one that's in alignment with who you're meant to be. And when we do that, you know, we're a lot happier, right? We're a lot more content. And then the energy that we give off is positive, and the ring in my left ear is really positive, and that helps the ripple of energy in the collective. And we sure all need that right now, don't we? All right, and here's your image. I choose to live with courage. I do not allow others to intimidate me. I stand my ground. I never give up. Wow, perfect. Yeah, and for some of you, I mean, you know, I've been there too. You just want to give up. And, you know, and when I've gone through some of the worst things where every aspect of my life is falling apart, my finances, my relationship, my health, you know, I literally laid there crying on the floor saying to spirit, I give up, I surrender, I don't know what to do. You need to show me, you need to guide me, I need your help. And things start to shift and change. But, you know, I don't encourage it, but when you hit rock bottom, that's what happens. Okay, you have the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Okay, so the key word here for me is that being open, and that's kind of that surrender, and just being open to what can come to you, right? When we clear this negative energy, when we open up and connect within, we start to see the wonder of the world, right? The universe, the potential, the possibilities. I stand my ground. I never give up. Okay. All right. So for you, group, where are we? Group 4. This is a no. If you want a yes, certainly Spirit has laid out some very synchronistic cards about some of the things that you can do to kind of shift this internal thought process, which, you know, when we think those things, we internalize those things, we integrate those things, we become those things. So with some shifts in this and changes, especially with regarding to healing and connecting to your intuition with a newer perspective, there's going to be an awakening, a deepening of consciousness, and an opening of the heart space that's going to clear the energy and clear the path for you. Okay. So at this time, this is a no. And so you have the no if that's what you're looking for. But if you wanted a yes, you know, we talked about ways that we can make changes there. So if there's something that resonates or that you like, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Group 5. This is your choice. This is your image. Hopefully you can see that. All right, so those were all shuffled for. We will see what it says at the end. So far, they've been super synchronistic with the messages from the cards. We'll start with some tarot. Take what flips out. So we have air energy coming through first with the Four of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Page of Cups. Here's your water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Three of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Six of Swords. More air energy coming through. One more. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, number 10. All right, so when we see these cards, the first card that comes out is a card that represents a need for some reflection, some rest, some rejuvenation, some healing, some recovery, some deep thoughts, some time to kind of just get regrounded, all right, or heal or reconnected with the heart. Then we've got the Page of Cups, which is that energy that represents new things, youthful energy, exciting energy, unexpected things coming into your life. Now, fish to me as a reader always represents abundance, all right? So with the Page of Cups, she's looking into this as not knowing what to expect, maybe not expecting much of anything, maybe not expecting anything than the tea or the coffee that she has any given day. But here she's surprised by something that represents abundance. Now, with Cups energy, it's about emotional energy, right? It's about the way we flow with our emotions. So it can be about a new love. It can be about embracing something that gives you happiness. It's about recognizing what gives you happiness. It's about connecting in with things that will make you feel like life is really providing you with things to be happy and grateful for. Then we've got the Three of Pentacles. Both of these are divine feminine energy. This is divine masculine. The Three of Pentacles is that energy of, you know, it's like three personalities. It's three archetypes. In traditional tarot, you've got the person who builds the church. You've got the priest who talks about, you know, what they envision for the community and the church. And then you've got the architect who draws it out, plans it all out, and designs it, all right? But the three of them together put forth energy and make choices that change the dynamics of what's there and create an environment that they all appreciate, they all contribute to. So this is your role in contributing to what it is that you want in your life and who you want in your life. And I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. This is the Six of Swords. This is when spirit comes in to recognize you, to say, we're going to help you, we're going to assist you, we're going to guide you through intuition, through dreams, through thoughts, through meditation, through signs, through synchronicities, through numbers, through coins, through pictures, through symbols, okay? So a lot of integration of new energy to bring you into this really beautiful energy of you are the master of your environment. Who do you want there? What roles do we all play? And how is it going to turn out? And then you have this beautiful card here, the 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is an energy of things are all kind of moving as they should. You know, we always see that this is started here at the heart space. It's the first wheel. It's the smallest wheel, but it's the master wheel. And as that moves through time, through energy, through circumstances, through the journey in life, all of these other wheels move. And in this instance, this is things are moving to bring you into a place where you continue to grow. Because do you see how big this is? When we look at it, it's like, oh, there's only one little wheel here exposed. But when you pull this amazing gown back, you see that it's so extensive. It's so connected. It's so integrated. So this is your opportunity to step into that amazing energy where it's like, I've really become connected to the cosmic energy, to the universe. I really move into a place of expansion and growth because I'm seeing things differently. I'm interpreting things differently. I'm judging things differently. And I've gone through some healing and reflection that makes me see things differently. So this is really powerful, beautiful energy. And this is a really nice cadence in the cards of transition, of alchemy, of change into something that's very beneficial to you. All right. So So Pentacles is, you know, money aspects. Swords is the thinking mind, so we're changing the way we think and feel. Cups is that change of emotion, connecting with the things that bring us happiness, the things that we want, the things we're trying to manifest. And the Wheel of Fortune is, yes, it's all coming into reality. It's all happening. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. What else? Yeah, so here we have fear. So maybe for some of you, it's letting go of fear or facing your fears, right? Spirit coming in to help you move on from that. Let you see, you know, how it might have a hold of you and how it's controlling you or limiting you or precluding you from really seeing your full potential or seeing something through. So maybe kind of reflecting on, maybe fear's been driving me. Maybe fear's been keeping me kind of stuck. Maybe fear has been keeping me from trying certain things. Maybe, you know, the fear isn't even mine. Maybe I was raised by really fearful people, or my spouse or my significant other is really fearful. So then I'm like, oh, I should be afraid too, right? And the other card you have is honoring path, intention. So this is about, you know, seeing the fear for what it is. And sometimes we think, well, I'm not afraid. But when you are really, really honest with yourself in the quiet, you realize, well, yeah, I do have some fears. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of not succeeding. I'm afraid of not being able to pass my test or get my certification or, you know, get into this type of role. There's always fear, and the collective energy and the media keeps us living and breathing in fear, and you cannot thrive in fear. You cannot thrive or succeed in fear. Instead, we have to honor our path, right? And that is, we're not moving out of the fear. We're going to talk about how we want to see our life. Spirit's going to help us, and we're going to get there and see it expand and grow. But we have to honor our own path, all right? So that means this energy has to be, it's just got to be squelched. It's got to be quieted. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, and then you have number 10, shears. So 10s are about new beginnings, 10-10. 10s are about starting something new, cutting away the old. Look at this huge shears, and then you have all these vines that grow like really fast, right? It very much is like the Wheel of Fortune. It expands, it grows, it takes over. And it's going to cover this old fear, this old skeleton, this thing that has to let go, that has to die, okay? So Spirit is very synchronistic with the cards today, where cards that are very different decks are kind of giving the same message. And then you have New Moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. Yeah, so trusting is a big part when we've had a lot of things to be fearful of in life. Trusting is part of this Four of Swords of, you know, going back to connecting with the universe and ourselves and our higher self and our intuition, and getting some healing and getting some recovery so that we can garner the strength to trust again, to have some faith, okay? And then the other card that you have is New Moon in Cancer, relax. Well, this card is also about relax, reconnect, rejuvenate, okay? So some of you might need to just really take some deep breaths, take a break, take a vacation, take a staycation, you know, take a day just to not have a list of 10 things you have to do and just relax. Read a book, sit outside, do something that's, you know, just restorative. And then you have appreciation, divine helpers. So that's what the Six of Swords is. Six of Swords is divine helpers, okay? It's about connecting with your guides. It's about finding that space in life, no matter where you are, where you can find appreciation and gratitude for things, as that bolsters more energy and more things and more circumstances where there will be things to be grateful for, okay? Gratitude and appreciation is a very high energy vibration, carries a frequency, it carries an energy in the universe. It helps us to transition. It helps us to alchemize. It helps us to grow. It helps us to expand, right? It's very potent energy. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Angels, spirits, and guides. What else for group 5? Okay, this is your card that flipped out. Even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. So it's the same kind of message that keeps coming in, right? Fear, we're going to honor our path, we're going to trust, we're going to relax, we're going to restore, we're going to connect, we're going to trust again. We get that word not once but twice. So for some of you, trusting is really hard. You know, you've had emotional breakdowns, relationship breakdowns, family have left you, things that have, you know, you thought were going to work out, they fell apart. It's hard to trust when things are difficult. We move into this mode of fear, and it keeps us from the path that we're meant to be on. So when we see this Page of Cups, it's like, if it's possible, towards working towards opening up your heart, opening up to trust and kind of recover and cut away all that isn't meant for you anymore, and connecting in with the universe and the cosmos to move into this expansive energy. All right, here's your final card. Jude's song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases. You can find peace within the strangest places. All right, so this again, you know, is very synchronistic with the relax, the Four of Swords, the trust, the fear, the honoring path. This is about feeling like it's a lost cause or a lost case, or there's no hope, or things don't work out, and it's really shifting into this energy. So this is a yes, but what Spirit is trying to show you is that these things like fear, all right, and kind of holding on to some of that old energy that needs to be released is going to slow this process down, because the cards are showing you that if you can let go of this, there's so much to gain, right? There's so much to look forward to. There are divine beings that are in the outer realms, right? We're multidimensional beings. We connect with the multidimensional energies, entities, whatever you want to call that, right? And we can work with that energy. We can work with those entities and those energies and those divine beings to make real shifts in our life. So this is just a reminder that that's all very possible for you. All right. So this is a yes. This is a very lot of positive energy. It's just, don't forget to work on this. And we all need to do this. Every single one of us. We all have our own, you know, fears that keep us seeing sometimes more obstacles than opportunities. All right. And this is all about opportunities. All right. So this is a yes for you, Group 5. If something resonates or you like some aspect, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Group 6. This is your choice. All right. So I shuffled for those and they flipped out. We will see what is on the back at the end. We'll start with some tarot. Just take what resonates and just leave the rest. Queen of Swords, Libra energy. 5 of Swords. Okay, that's kind of heavier energy, air energy. Energy of a lot of challenges that have kind of left its mark on you. All right, King of Cups. This beautiful energy of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For me, that's Scorpio. Page of Swords, again, air energy coming through. So a lot of air energy. So for some of you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this might be you. And then 10 of Cups, more water energy. All right, so look what we have here. Air energy, thinking mind, thinking mind, thinking mind. Emotions, emotions. All right. So the Queen of Swords is someone who, because there have been emotional imbalances, discourse, different things that have affected her, she's become, and when I say she, it's just energy. She's become very discerning, very logical, very methodical, very stoic. Okay, so this is someone who's learned lessons kind of the hard way, and they really work through life using methodology, strategy, thinking, analyzing, that sort of thing, okay? 5 of Swords is really heavy energy where, because of some really difficult experiences, some terribly challenging things that you've been through, all right, it's kind of grasped a hold on you, and it's always in the back of your mind. So even if things are going really well, let's say in a relationship or a job or something like that, somewhere in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, well, what if I lose my job? Well, what if I get fired? Well, what if I don't do well in this? Well, what if they don't like me? What if they leave me? What if they're with someone else? Okay, there's that. It's always that little voice that's putting doubt and fear in your mind. Okay, and it's because things that have happened in the past have a lasting effect. Then we've got the King of Cups. This is really beautiful energy about someone who is the very loving, very grounded, giving, gracious, nurturing, moral, loyal, supportive, the really beautiful energy. This is someone who is confident in self, has a positive kind of self-loving reflection of themselves, okay, which is hard to come by these days, and is someone who can really kind of take you by the hand, and either in a friendship or like even in a business kind of mentoring way, and certainly in a relationship, just give really gracious, attentive help, advice, love, nurturing, that sort of thing. It's really beautiful energy to be surrounded by. Then this is the Page of Swords. This is something new coming your way. You haven't expected, you haven't seen, you never thought was possible. You didn't think it was an option for you, but this image shows that if you see from a higher view, change your perspective, allow the universe to take control about releasing that which needs to be released. So going through a willing release of the things that aren't for your highest and greatest good, and looking forward to something really beautiful like the Ten of Cups, which is the energy of amazing things are in life. A life is full of things to be grateful for, appreciative for. There's so much love in every sense of the word, and life just feels cohesive, coherent, harmonic, and abundant. Okay, so what Spirit is saying with you in this group 6 is that because of the things that you've been through, you're a little guarded, and that's okay. That's what happens to most of us. Okay, and because of that, you see things in a more analytical or methodical way. Okay, and that again that's fine too. But you need to be open to seeing things differently, to people appearing differently, to people presenting themselves differently, to opportunities presenting themselves to you differently, and be open-hearted, because someone is going to come into your life that's going to be very genuine, okay? They're going to be full of grace and peace. They're not going to have ulterior motives. Whatever trials and tribulations they had in their life, they were able to deal with them and put them to bed, right? And this energy, whether it be in a relationship with someone, or you stepping into this energy, or you becoming a friend or a colleague with someone who's this kind of energy, is going to bring you great happiness and abundance and a great sense of achievement and peace, and a sense that things are finally in flow. And there's not this little voice in the back of your head anymore saying, oh, but wait until this happens, or what if that happens, okay? So it's like this amazing willing release that happens, like the way the dandelions release in the universe when the wind blows at just the right time. So it's not I'm fighting that, it's a surrendering and a flow, a willing release, and that sets you up for this Ten of Cups energy. Angel spirits and guides. So some of you are in different phases of this. Some of you are still in this Five of Swords energy, where you're still kind of dealing with the challenges, the pain, the difficulty. Some of you have said, I don't care about love, or I don't care about this, or I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to be very matter of fact, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what gives you happiness and peace. Some of you have realized that this discernment is going to serve you as you step forward into this energy of the King of Cups, or you meet this type of energy, or you partner with this type of energy, and you see things in a different way that sets you up to move into the Ten of Cups, okay? All right. And then you have number 6, intention, playing it safe. So this is the energy here, right? When we've gone through this energy that puts us in this Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords is like, I'm playing it safe. I'm not going to take on anybody who presents as a King of Cups. I don't need to be open to this. I know what I'm doing. I've got it set up. I'm going to stay in this zone that I know, and it's all going to be fine. For some of you, that's okay. For some of you, that's okay for a while. And for some of you, playing it safe isn't going to get you here to this 10 of Cups, which is what you ultimately want. Ultimately, you want. And then the other card you have is, so we have intention once and intention again. So 2 cards with the intention, and this is about self-discovery. It's about finding self, finding opportunities. That's that Page of Swords. And when we move out of this plane, it's safe, and keep open to what's our potential and what we could discover, we move into great abundance, right? He's mining for gold. The 10 of Cups is like, oh, we hit our mine of gold. We got that jackpot. What is that jackpot? A job, a relationship, a home, a different place to be, a different group of individuals to share your life with. I mean, it can be it's so many different things to so many other people. Being able to live your true, authentic self life, the one that you're supposed to live. And this is about you following your path and honoring your path. 22 is about balance and creating the life and the path that you want, okay? This is about finding your truth, connecting with self, right? And stepping into your ability and power to change your life. Alchemize from this to this. All right, angel spirits and guides. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. So for some of you, be real means be open and real with yourself about where you are on your path, what you really feel. Sometimes this is me, I'm famous for this. If I've been really hurt, I move into I'm kind of contracting a little bit, but I'm going to be super analytical, and I'm really going to focus on methodology and strategy, and I'm going to stay in my zone because that's where it's safe, right? So I'm guilty of that too. So for me, being real means, okay, where am I on my path? Where am I as far as how I feel, my level of consciousness, all of these things that kind of make each and every one of us get up and go every day. And do I need to release more of the old baggage from behind and see the potential? So I have to be real with myself as I move towards my goal of this 10 of Cups, all right? So many of us, that be real is not a snide, hey, be real. It's more of a, let's be honest with ourselves, okay? And then creativity guide. So here's the number 10, which is about a new opportunity, a new beginning, starting something, creating something. Rainbows to me always mean blessings. Butterflies are always transformative. Are you into the arts? Are you into music? Do you need to express your true authentic self instead of, expressing the way other people thought you should? When you come out of, the box that they had you in and your real self, that's when you can move into this energy where you're more open to what potential there might be. Sometimes, the box is, I'm too old. Sometimes the box is, I haven't, done this. There's things that we put ourselves in a box, and it limits our creative ability. So for many of us, it's just be real. We can all create different things regardless of where we are, who we are, our age, that sort of thing, right? And what we create, that's different to each and every one of us. I mean, this is a general read, but for some of you, you just want to create peace and harmony in your life. For some of you, you want to create abundance. For some of you, you want to create art. For some of you, you want to create a family, a relationship. There's so many different things, and there's no limitations to that. Our only limitations is ourself. 5 of Swords. All right, here's your card. I am thankful for many things, and my gratitude attracts abundance into my life. All right, so this is something that is just such an important message. It's something that I learned when I was going through my healing journey. And, even in the very worst times, I would remove myself from a situation, and sometimes I had to look for something to be grateful for, and I would focus on that, and I would focus on that, and I would focus on that. And over time, I found that more and more things came into my life. Serendipitous things came into my life. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. So it really does make a shift. It's hard to, when you're in a difficult place like the Five of Swords, to accept this and integrate it, but it really is quite powerful. So I'll just share that with you and leave it at that. All right, final card. Trust the, oh my God, trust the universe. Here we go. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. Have faith and breathe. Okay, so beautiful message for you about trusting after something like the Five of Swords. All right, so this is about divine timing. It's about people and circumstances and things that happen for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes we don't know what that is till much further down in the road, but we really get a sense of that, and it puts us on that path of discovery and moving into this 10 of Cups. So this is a yes for you, group 6, okay? If there's something that resonated or some aspect that you like, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste.